What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NFL Talks with your host, Nolan Roberts. Now, today, I'm going to be talking about some bold predictions for the 2021/22 NFL season. Now, I know I haven't made a video in a fat minute. Cut me some slack. I went on a little vacation to my cousin's house, so that's that. Anyways, guys, I appreciate the support recently. The Jags video is still popping off. I'm pretty sure it's currently at 650-ish views, something like that. Just, keep showing support. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. If you like this video or any other video that I make, hit that like button and comment down below. If you agree with my predictions or anything like that. So let's get right into this. Bold predictions. Now, you might agree with some, you might agree with not. Or you might agree with some and you might not agree with others. That's kind of the point of predictions. Now, for the first one, I think Pat Mahomes will get another MVP next season. Now, just hear me out. Obviously, they still have Tyreek, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the NFL currently. And I back that up. I know some people think, Darren Waller or George Kittle, but I definitely think it's Travis Kelce. He's on another level, and there's just no stopping him. Obviously, they did get shut down in the Super Bowl, but when you're missing two right tackles and you don't have an offensive line and receivers aren't catching their passes, that's what happens. But Kelce did have a solid performance. 10 receptions for 133 yards, and then Mahomes is just literally insane. I mean, you got to think he was an MVP candidate this season. Obviously Aaron Rodgers took that. But Mahomes, winning the MVP in 2018 and getting injured and still winning the Super Bowl in 2019, and then this season have an MVP caliber season. Second in yards, had a 38-6 touchdown to interception ratio, 14-2 record, best in the NFL. I definitely think they are going to repeat the first round bye as well. Mahomes is I think he's going to go a solid 14-2. Throw for at least 4,500 yards and have at least 40 touchdowns again. I just think that's just what he's going to do. Now, if he does that, I definitely think he'll start to be considered one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time already. I mean, I know he's had a short period in the NFL, but if he does have another MVP caliber season, definitely a future Hall of Famer without a doubt. Not first ballot, but I definitely think he's on the pace for a future Hall of Famer. Number 2, Derrick Henry will still be the rushing leader at the end of next season. Now, you got to think, the Tennessee Titans are such a run-heavy team. Yes, they have a great pass game, having A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith, and Pro Bowl caliber quarterback Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill is getting old, though. He's going into the season, he'll be 32. And Derrick Henry, this will be his 5th season, I believe, if I'm correct. Not exactly sure, though. Having 2,000 last season, getting that rushing title, and 1,500 in 2019, getting that rushing title, as well as leading both seasons in touchdowns as well. I think he'll do the same with such a run-heavy offense, having such a great offensive line. Being 6'3", 250 helps a lot too. So he's just going to run everyone over and get the rushing title again. Number 3, Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals, my team. I think he's going to have a bounce-back season, possibly Pro Bowl caliber season. You got to think, AJ Green, very old-school superstar. He's getting older. He's been regressing a bit. Didn't have a good season this well. He's been facing a lot of injuries. But with the new rookie T. Higgins, top 5 in rookie receiving yards, having Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd is very underrated. I know I'm saying this as a Bengals fan, but he does not get a lot of recognition, which he needs to, because he's putting up consistent numbers every single season. Joe Mixon kind of had a down year this season. Hopefully he can bounce back. But I definitely think if he's healthy and we can get maybe 1 or 2 more offensive linemen and he can just get the protection that he needs, he will definitely have a bounce back year. I'm talking about 3,500 plus yards, possibly 30 plus touchdowns. We'll never know. Obviously, he showed signs of greatness last season. His first ever touchdown being a 22-yarder against the Chargers in Week 1. Almost broke the record for most 300-yard games in a season by a rookie. Definitely has the players around him to succeed, but will he play to the level? We don't know. Number 4, I think the Bucs improved this year. With OTAs and practices and all that stuff. Like I said in the last video, they're going to be building a lot more team chemistry. I think they go 13-3 and getting the first round bye for the NFC. Tom Brady playing at such a high level at 43 years old. Antonio Brown's coming back to the squad. Chris Godwin, we don't know yet, but they have so much receiving talent that if they lost Chris Godwin, I definitely think that they're still going to play at such a high level. Having Mike Evans just broke the record for most consecutive 1,000-yard seasons to start out a career with 7, breaking Randy Moss's record. Gronk and Cameron Brate at tight end, and O.J. Howard have such a stacked tight end core, have one of the best offensive lines. The new rookie this season only let up 1 sack in 800 snaps, I believe. And then their defense, top 3 defense, obviously, holding the Chiefs to 9 points in the Super Bowl. Devin White having an underrated Super Bowl MVP performance. Defensive line, absolutely stacked. Shaquille Barrett might be getting a record-breaking deal. And another thing, Mike Evans and Tom Brady are both willing to take pay cuts so they can still sign all their players back, which is absolutely, obviously a generous thing to do. Now, if their defensive players did that a bit, I imagine the team that they could have, obviously, Shaq Barrett did state that he wanted a record-breaking deal, so that's going to be kind of hard to bring everyone back when he wants that. So, that's tough. And number 5, this is a big if Deshaun Watson leaves the Texans, as you know, J.J. Watt will be going to the Cardinals, or at least I think so. Don't quote me on that, but I did see something on the NFL page about J.J. Watt going to the Cardinals, which that team's going to be pretty insane in the next few years, let me tell you. If Deshaun Watson leaves as well, the Texans will have the worst record in the NFL. Now, obviously, no quarterback talent, really. They don't have a good draft pick this year because they gave it to the Dolphins. Receiving core is okay, with Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller. But without a quarterback and now really an offensive line, you're screwed, basically. And also having one of the worst defenses in the NFL. They went 4-12 last year. Poor. Second in their division behind, Jacksonville Jaguars. They're second worst in their division. But I think they're going to go like 2-14 if Deshaun Watson leaves the squad, which is going to be a big rip because he's obviously one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL at the moment. And J.J. Watt getting cut from the Texans, I did not see that coming at all. He's a longtime Texan, obviously. Future Hall of Famer for sure. I think he'll have a bounce-back season, though, with the Cardinals, for sure, if he starts. But we don't know yet. Next up, I think AB, Antonio Brown, Mr. Toe Tap, has a breakout season next season. I'm talking not just, what he got this season, which was 40 receptions and over 400 yards, I believe, almost 500. But I think he'll get a solid 800-plus yards season. Now, obviously, that's not insane, but that's a breakout, bounce-back year, from all the trouble that he got into. Now, winning a Super Bowl with the Bucs, and I think next year he'll get a solid 5-plus touchdowns, 800-plus yards. So, yeah. And that Bucs team, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they also make the Super Bowl. I'm not going to say that they're going to win it, but I definitely think that he'll make the Super Bowl just because of how talented the Bucs team is. And some players that I think will regress, okay? Now, I did have J.J. Watt on this list, but I changed it up because of, obviously, the new news with the Cardinals. I think he'll have a bounce-back season with that. Chandler Jones, obviously, facing a season-long injury. Absolute astonishing this past decade. I think he has a regressive season. Obviously, when J.J. Watt got injured, he regressed a lot. And same with Von Miller. And another person that's on that regressing list is Von Miller. I think both of these players who have missed the whole 2020 season come back and don't do that well. I think that they get a solid 5 to 7 sacks each, if they start the full season. They're just not the players that they used to be. They don't dominate like they used to. It's not no 2015 Von Miller, 2019 Chandler Jones. So that's that. A lot of players are going to be retiring within the next few years. Obviously, having players like Jason Witten, Phillip Rivers, and Greg Olsen retiring this season. I think in the next couple years, obviously, Richard Sherman will be retiring. I think AJ Green also retires in the next 2 seasons. Obviously, it's sad to see it because, I'm such a big Bengals fan, and AJ Green's literally my favorite player of all time. I think he retires in the next 2 seasons. I just hope that he reaches the 10,000-yard mark. That's all I hope he reaches, okay? And Adrian Peterson, AP, one of the best running backs of all time, I think that he will retire after the 2021 season. He's with the Detroit Lions right now, but he wants to join the Bucs. I know, dude, he said that he did. He wants to join the Bucs to get another Super Bowl ring. Now, if he joins the Bucs, that team's really going to be insane. But I think he retires after the 21 season. If he does go to the Bucs, he will win a Super Bowl with them. Okay? This is a bold prediction we're making right here. If he goes to the Bucs will win the Super Bowl with how stacked and how talented and how knowledgeable their team is. They will go to the Super Bowl with a 13-3 record and win. Gosh, I really hope I'm not wrong next year. I'll be looking back on this video thinking, no. So that's that, guys. I also think Ezekiel Elliott will regress. Now, I know people bash on him for the amount of fumbles he had, but they just completely forget that he completely dominated the NFL his first 4 seasons. Led the league in 2 of those seasons, I believe, and yards per game in 3 of those seasons. Did get suspended his second season, barely missing the 1,000-yard mark, but has 3 seasons with over 1,300 yards, as well as making 3 Pro Bowls and 2 All-Pros. So I don't know why people bash on him and say that he's a bad running back, but I definitely think he will regress a bit this season. Obviously, he didn't reach 1,000 this past year because he did miss a game. He just didn't perform that well, but I think he will regress a little bit more after this. So those are some bold takes, kind of scattered a bit. Sorry about that, but yeah, dude. Let me know if you guys agree on any of these predictions. Again, just the most important ones. If AP joins the Bucs, they will win the Super Bowl with a 13-3 record. Mahomes will get MVP next season. Derrick Henry gets the rushing title. Texans, if Deshaun Watson leaves, gets the worst record. Joe Burrow will have a bounce back year, possibly Pro Bowl caliber season. AB is gonna have a breakout season, and Chandler Jones, Von Miller, and Zeke regress. So, anyways, guys. If you do like this video, hit that like button down below. Comment down below if you agree or if you don't agree, or just videos that I should make in the future. Subscribe if you are new. We're almost at 50 subs, so let's just go ahead and reach that real quick. And I appreciate all the support, guys. And thanks for watching.